Good morning, GM. How are we doing today? Let's see. Jay Cowan knew last night around 2 a.m. Eastern. He's like, I'm not going to make it. And GMI. But I had to drop a note. So good to see you, Jay Cowan. Ryan B's here. Jump Shoot. Derek's here. Peterman. Liam, and good luck at your meeting. We'll see you. We'll see you tomorrow, Liam. Chef's here. Robert's here. Stachunk Fenny. Jamesy. Oh, sorry you're going to go to work, dude. Happy MLK Day. Shout out DC1, homies here, Yachty's here, CKM, the Schnapper, Stubbs, Mike, Gersheron, Jay Worley, Lloyd's here. I feel like we haven't seen Lloyd in a while. Good to see Lloyd. Daniel's here. Doc, greetings, sir. Mike G. Oh, well, breaking news. Cowan did it. Cowan made it. Get that coffee in. There we go. Good morning. Daniel's here. Michael's here. Borland's here. Guys, I feel like we had a full house this morning. Everybody's got the day off. We're hanging out. It's a snow day up here. Morning market. There you go. Top Shot Talk. I'm glad. Hope you get to sleep in a little bit. It's good to see everybody, guys. I just want to say, I feel like it's darker here than normal, right? It is very dark outside today. I am wearing a beanie so that you'd be like, oh, it must be cold. It actually feels like 30 degrees warmer today than it has the last couple days. Last couple days have been very cold. But it's good to be back. We got a lot going on this week. We've got so many good shows. When Blinds, Federico's here. Here we go. Raptor News is here. Alex is still sleeping. Daniels is working on the West Coast in my garage, cold and dark. Jesus. Patrick McGuire's here. Guys, we're having fun. We get some stuff to talk about. I'm going to be honest, guys. I didn't watch a ton of basketball this weekend. I didn't. I was in full football mode. What I tried to do was just lose as much money as I could at one time in daily fantasy streets, and success. We did it. But we watched a lot of football this weekend. However, we've got some stuff to talk about. We had a weekend challenge. Which was new and exciting. Jonathan Kuminga almost really messed it up for everybody. In true 4K fashion, he almost messed it up. KD is out. We got to talk about KD, which sucks. We've got a pack drop tomorrow. Because it's Martin Luther King Day, we've got basketball all day today. So for you guys that don't know, we get games starting at 12:30. I think the Celtics will kick it off with some bullshit basketball. And then we're good to go. So let's dive into some stuff. We're also going to look at TOC a little bit because they updated their standings they updated their standings in the playoff party contest, but in the best ball they haven't yet. So, but we'll look at the scores and stuff because that was a lot of fun. Robert says 10 p.m. here in the Philippines. Good to see you in the Philippines. We're international, baby. International. Should we take a look at the challenge first? Look at the challenge, and then we'll go from there. Also, hey, a couple other things actually as we get ready to dive in. This is what we have this week. Okay, I'm just gonna give you a breadth of like what we're doing this week. Okay. We had, and if you missed it, we did a candy show on Saturday. The candy marketplace is open. Your boy's already flipping some stuff. So we had candy on the weekend. Today we have right now. We've got the 89 Cavs tonight at 7:00. Steve and Justin make a triumphant return. Tomorrow, morning marketplace. And then we've got a little NFT Tuesday with our friends over at Enemy Metal. That's going to be a lot of fun. Wednesday, morning marketplace. And that's it. Only one show on Wednesday. Thursday, morning marketplace, Top Shot Takes. Friday, we've got the morning marketplace and we've got the happy hour. So we get a lot of stuff happening right now. So let's hold on. We get tinfoil stuff right off the bat. Someone mentioned the Discord last night. Do we think a history-themed archive run it back will be a factor in a challenge today? That's the thing. We have to get. Is Top Shot going to give us this information? They said we're going to get a tiered challenge. Are we going to get it before the noon games? Like, is it going to be full on speculation day? Because that would be pretty exciting. We're going to be doing a lot of coffee sips this morning, guys. Get ready. Okay, get ready. I hope it's run it back in archives. That'd be a lot of fun. All right, let's go. We got to look at all day too. We got some stuff to do today, huh? Let's go. Let's look at the challenge first. See what's happening over in the challenge streets. We got to share screen. All right, let's get in the challenge streets. So it was a fun one, right? Shout out to Top Shot. keeping us guessing, right? They're keeping us guessing. We're doing a little bit. Look at how much stuff we have going on, right? We get the hustle and show and the flash challenge week going on at the same time, knowing that we have another one today. It's just we love it. We love it. So here we go. We've got you needed Devin Booker, Darius Garland, Joel Embiid, Pascal Siakam, Trey, Luca, Christian Wood, the best player in the NBA right now, DeJounte Murray, Buddy Hyde, Buddy Healed, and Nikola Vucevic, who, who had some fun takes over the weekend about Joker. Anyway, not the basketball Joker, the tennis Joker. So that's what we're looking at. That's what we're looking at. Your boy was able to finish it. 6 hours or 7 hours left to go on this bad boy. What was the bottleneck on this one? People are guessing it's going to be an 18K. What was because I was trying to figure this out while I was like a little buzzed. And I couldn't figure out which one was the bottleneck of all of these. I know Kuminga almost like really messed it up, but as you can see, we had it. We get the Booker, the Garland, the Embiid. Was Siakam the one? I feel like Siakam doesn't have, right? And it's not Christian Wood because it was a lot of 40K moments. I wasn't sure which one it was. It was Buddy. It was Buddy. So let's go look at actually, let's go look at the official sponsor of All Things Team Hold, especially the flagship show, Own the Moment. So let's go look at what's been popping here. So here it is, Buddy Head. His 40K moment is for 37 right now. So it is. Listen, we've done a lot of complaining, not like negative stuff, just like, oh man, another bottleneck. At least this time, it's a 40K bottleneck, right? So here we go. Buddy went to 37. His series one. I like the series one maxis. They're like, I'm not paying 37 for a 40K moment. I'll pay 90 instead. I like that thought process. Cody Zeller's pumping. Harry Giles and Terry Rozier. Okay, let's that's good to see. You know who I wanted to look at, though, because you speculative crazy monsters. Let's look at Kuminga, because I think people were losing their gosh darn mind. Also, Bones Highland, who almost made it in there for a hot second. People were going wild, like not looking at how many games they needed to play. And the Curry injury really threw things for a loop, right? Buddy only partial bottleneck because of the few moments he has. Yeah, that's right. That's right. How about a Raptors challenge? Jump shoot. You want the entire flash challenge to be about Raptors? I don't know if they're going to do that, man. All right. So here's Kuminga. Kuminga was up 34% in the last 7 days, down 12% in the last 24 hours. Let's go look at the numbers. So here we go. Here we go. Kuminga has a good game. We're pumping 184. He has a good game. Bang. 249. He has another good game. Gets all the way up. A sale at 308. And then just dips back down. I will say, though, this is the thing. This is the thing which has been exciting to see. We've seen it happen with Bones Highland. We've now seen it happen with Kuminga. We saw it happen with Desmond Bane for the most part. Is that we're not like when we lift off for one of these challenges, when someone actually pumps, we're not seeing it go all the way back down. And I don't know if that's people who are collecting for these challenges talking themselves into holding, where they're like, hey, if I'm going to spend $250 to get a Series 2 pack, I'm going to hang on to this thing. I don't know if that's what it is. I don't know if it's speculation that you're going to be able to use that one again. Like maybe they get in the challenge again. But I think it's good to see, and it's good to pay attention to, because I remember, I think the first Bones Highland pump I bought for $40. I think it got all the way up to 400. I forget what challenge that was. It got all the way up to 400. So I flipped that. And then I think I had to buy it back for like 200. So like or maybe 150 or something. Like it didn't go all the way back down. Like Derek says I refuse to sell the Vanderbilt for that reason. Let's actually look at what Vanderbilt's doing right now, because that's another good example. And then we'll look at Bones Highland after that. But I think overall it's that's not how you spell Vanderbilt. I think overall it's a very positive thing, but it's something we need to keep in mind when we're going Flip City. All right, so it went all the way back down to 35. I think before it started, though, what was it at? Like 12 or something? So maybe not, though. Maybe this actually went all the way back down. Might be a Will Barton situation where it could be a bottleneck again. There you go. The pump sustains a bit, so it's kind of hard to buy back when you only have one of that moment that pumps. Yeah, you just have to be willing to, like, you're going to be okay not doing the challenge, and then you're going to be willing to, like, make a couple hundred instead of 400 on it. You know what I mean? Um, I'm a sucker for Jalen, even though he's not really valued on Top Shot. I do love Jalen. I love Jalen. I'll be so disappointed if he gets traded. But don't worry, the Celtics have talked about it, and they are going to try now. So, yeah, Vanderbilt is getting a 60K. Everyone has now said he's getting a 60K. Thank you. So Vanderbilt's actually the one instance where this went right back down. So pre-challenge, it was 38. Look at this. Look at this boner that pops up. It goes all the way up to 305 and then drastically back down to 40. So this is actually a bad example of the stuff that I was saying. Look at the locker room in first place with 13 of these bad boys. Let's go back to, I wanted to look at Bones. The name is Bones on the microphone. Smell real nice because I wear cologne. How about that, guys? You like that? All right, so this is at 195. Now, Bones is probably getting a moment at some point, so maybe we see. Oh, I just realized we have the candy backdrop. That's pretty funny. Hold on, I got to change my. I got to change the branding, if you will. Where's the OTM background? Let's get that OTM background. Bang, bang. Bones. So we saw Bones. So it jumped again. So it did get all the way back down to 130. Let's look at the 1 month. Yes, here we go. Oh, so it's at 44 all the way up to 350. But then after it, right? So okay, it did drop down to 90. But even right here, this is doubled, right? Again, 44, and then has now been almost 3x what it initially was. And then we saw it jump back up again, and now lowest ass is 195. So another moment will definitely bring it back down a little bit, but just something to pay attention to. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Ooh, big snow day in Jurassic Park, says Eagle Putt. There you go. Happy snow day. We got it snowed for like an hour and a half, and then it rained. And it was a cold, not fun rain. You know what I mean? Morning. Jordan's here. Good to see you, Jordan. Mike, send TST a link to jump on. You know what? It's so funny. It's so funny. I thought you meant THT at first. I thought you meant THT at first, and I was very confused. Wait, go live during the pack drop? So not only are you saying I need to get TST on here, you're saying I have to go live during the pack drop. CKM, you're asking a lot of me right now. Okay, we're already going live twice tomorrow. I don't think we're going to do it during the pack drop. I like that idea. We should get TST on here soon, though. We should have planned this snow day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, TSD challenges makes you think twice about selling. That is true. That is true. Oh, salut, bonjour. Où est la toilette? No, now. All right. Top Shot Todd, you want to come on right now? You can come on. I don't care. Do you think Bones will be in the common Rising Stars set? I don't know. Is there, like, I feel like there are better second year guys. Maybe though. Maybe. John says, what do we think of I'm getting way too into question and answer mode right now, but I don't care. Whatever. We live and we learn. What do we think of the Top Shot release tomorrow? I would actually say, there we go. He's going to come on. Let's do it. Let's do it. CKM making it happen. Yeah. Why don't we save this question for when our man Top Shot Talk comes on, because he actually did a really good video about it. I know we got Jalen Green coming. I haven't paid attention, honestly, outside of Jalen Green. I don't know anything else that's happening. So, but the Jalen Green moment alone is probably worth it. All right, now I got to go find him to send him the link. There we go. Look at this. A guest in the morning marketplace, huh? I would never guess it. CKM channel making magic happen. It would be funny if CKM was actually a burner account for Top Shot Talk. You know what I mean? That would be kind of funny. So yeah, so we got let's talk about Kevin Durant real quick, huh? So he's out 4 to 6 weeks with that knee injury. Luckily, it was no like structural damage, I don't think. So it should be fine when he comes back. But man, the Nets being without him for 6 weeks, knowing that you can't play, like, does that get Kyrie to get the vaccine? I think that's like a little alarming if you're a Nets fan, right? I want to look at the standings for a little bit. He's definitely missing the All-Star game. So the thing is, he'll absolutely get voted into the All-Star game. And he'll be selected as an all-star, but then this is going to open up another Eastern Conference spot. So if you're Bradley Beal, you're probably happy. But Let's look at the standings quickly because, man, it's going to be a weird spot for them here. So, and not that they're going to miss the playoffs or anything, but when you look at how congested, even 7-2 are, right? So there's 4.5 game difference between the Nets and the Hornets right now. Even the Raptors, right? There's only a 5 game difference. And if you're the Nets, you're missing them 4 to 6 weeks. I mean, you were already 4-6 in your last 10. I think this is a little cause for concern. Again, they're going to be fine when it comes playoff time. But now, I mean, now you might be looking at the Nets dropping down to a 6 seed. They're playing like the freaking Heat in the first round or something like that, right? So I don't know. Wait, that means KD doesn't get an all-star moment again. MGLE. Why does that make his MGLE bump? I don't understand that. But whatever. I mean, I do love the MGLE. 11 of the next 14 games on the road, so Kyrie plays a lot. Yeah, but I feel like, I mean, Kyrie and Harden both incredible, right? Incredible players. I just feel like KD missing means more. I think it means more. Less rares for KD. Okay, that's what everyone's saying. Okay. So I don't know. This is something that's gonna, I think it's gonna mess with the East a little bit. I mean, if you're like the Sixers, the Cavs, if you're the Hornets and the Raptors and you're trying to get out of the play-in game, imagine if we had the freaking Nets in a play-in game. Yeah, I don't know. The East is wide open now. If you're the Bulls, you're feeling pretty good. If you're the Heat, again, man, the Heat 27-16, truly just a game back. And they haven't been healthy, man. They haven't been healthy at all. Bam's coming back. Can you pull up All-Star Rare? Sure. Look at you sickos who still like the All-Star Rares. The All-Star Rares are gross. Sorry, that's just me. That's my bias talking. Let me pull this up real quick. Guys, I need this coffee to hit a little faster. I have a sore throat, guys. This is bad start to the week. All right, here we go. Let's look at the rares. Whoops. Julius Randle, 135. Let's look from high to low. From high to low, here we go. So we get the Dame 23. So these reward challenges have stayed. I feel like every time I check the reward challenges, they stay pretty much the same, right? Pretty much the same. They haven't, not too much moving. There we go. Gonzo's here. High as hell, baby. High as hell. All right, so here we go. We've got LeBron 832. The step 3, man. I can't wait to win this at the Hall of Fame game, right? Luka 526. The Harden's at 350 and Kyrie's at 259. So it feels like people were ready for that. Did we get a lot of recent sales? Let's look at this. Man. All right. When did the news come out? Say the news came out on late on the 16th, right? Yeah. So look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 buys. 12 buys in the last 24. No, in the last. I'm sorry. That's not even 24 hours. Let me look at this again. Wow. Yeah. So I mean, people are on this, right? People are on this right now. A lot of buys here. This is all in the last 24 hours. Let's go back and check out Kyrie. Kyrie, the vaccine. Let's go see what he's at. Harden is up due to tiered flash challenges today. Man, I love this, guys. I love this so much that they haven't even announced. We don't even know what the challenge is yet. We don't we know it's tiered, but we've seen tiers include legendaries. We've seen them include top shot debuts. We've seen them include types of moments. And yet everyone is just like, we got to buy those rares. We got to buy them now. I love this type of speculation. This is good. Good for business. Team Hold was on Harden in the Discord. Oh, there we go, Brian. That's why. You know who's on, though? You know who's on? Look at this. This is breaking news right now. Top Shot Talk. What is going on, man?
Oh, it's a snow day over here. The only people that are more excited for a snow day than kids are the teachers.
Yeah, that is true. As someone who used to be in the education space, Bandy sighting. Someone who used to be in the education space, snow day is better than a vacation day. It's better than spring break. Especially did you find out this morning?
No, it was a rare night before.
Dude.
And At first, I thought the first time that happened, I was like, oh, is this worse than like, the excitement of waking up in the morning and it being, no, absolutely not.
No.
If you want to have a little more wine or a couple more beers
Yes.
at night, you can.
Yes.
With the football last night, and
Mhm.
obviously I was not prepared, so I got to scratch all of those plans of having to prep during football, and
This is great.
it was just amazing. And especially like we were going back from online teaching to our first day in person.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's like extending that even more. So
That's pretty funny.
been a pretty great morning, not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, that's great. So I used to work in the college world, and I was in charge of like the students that lived on campus. So when somebody personally, it would be great to get the news the night before. However, like college kids, if they get the news the night before, I mean, it gets wild. So it usually made my job a little bit harder the next couple of days. But to not have to wake up at 5 a.m. and then have like a weird sleep after that, you know what I mean? Like when you're like, oh, I don't have to go into work, and then it's a weird sleep after that. But anyways, enough about sleep schedules. This was actually a pretty good time. I love this. Corey says you were an RA. Corey, here's the thing. I worked in higher education. RAs typically 19 to 21. So I was a little bit older at that time. I was not an RA. I was a professional. But anyways, I think this is perfect timing because you had a great video come out. Was it over the weekend or like Friday about the
night.
upcoming pack drop? So why are you give us like your cliff notes of why you're so bullish on this pack? Because you said you're buying 10 max buy here.
Yeah. So normally, like with these, I've been like I targeted the ones that had high supply of Raptors rookies. And then I think I missed out on the first one because that was when like you could just buy 10 right away. So not everyone hit on that. But in general, I still buy at least 5, if not 10, just so that I can open them up and give them away and stuff. But this is like strictly from, I actually am recommending it to people. And the reason being is I think this pack drop, you have less chance at a home run. So you have less chance at those 4K rookies that you're going to get, be worth $400, $500, whatever they are. But I think we're going to see a lot more singles. If you want a little Moneyball analogy here.
Yes, we do.
You had the candy opening this weekend. I saw you guys were all over that. So I figured the Moneyball analogy as much as possible. Because there's so many of the 9K and 12K debuts that are in these. The other thing is that KD is getting his 60K. And if we look at like where Steph is right now, he's like he's been between like $6 to $9. He's gone up into 11 at some point. But basically, if you pull a Steph in those ones, that's a winner pack, right? And basically, the reason I'm so high on this one is that I think the risk is worth it on these packs because you have such a higher chance of just having a break even pack. So then, take those chances that you might hit big on a rookie because every rookie is still in this one. Yeah. What's a 60K at?
Yeah. $6 right there.
Yeah. So I would assume that Kevin Durant would have come in at least 5. I think the one thing that it might be bad timing for Kevin Durant because he's injured. So if that's the case, then we might see these like drop in the $4 range where like Giannis and I think Luka are both sitting at that. But I think at some point it'll go up to $5 or $6. So basically it's just that. I think I just saw like the new moments and saw that this is a lot of like 9K moments. Like I was thinking that more of these would be 60Ks when we saw the list of the names.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, like I gotta like there's no 9K moment, or at the time there wasn't any below $5. So if you pull one of those, like you're break even at least.
Yeah.
And then so I did the math and it was like you have over 50% chance of getting one of these in these packs. Like, so I don't know,
which is much, it's much higher too than the last couple, right? So this does seem to make a ton of sense to go after it. It's funny because I rarely need the boost to be like, I guess I'll get them all. I feel like I'm doing that every time anyways, but it was nice to know that this time around it actually financially makes sense. But also we legally have to share this drop because of it. So where is it? There it is. None of this is financial advice. Do what you love what you do. Something like that, right? I'll be honest too. I haven't like dug too much into the contents of it. I usually do that the day before, so at some point today. So I did they announce like the percent, or I know it's not announced, but in like the numbers, the percentage of Jalen Greens that are coming out of the 4K
It's the same that it's been every time. So
every
it's
time.
1,600
Okay,
come out. So, just under 50% there. But that's like the difference with this one too, and why it's like less home runs is that there's only the one 4K rookie. So like if you
right.
go to like the first pack or the second pack, there was all these new 4K rookies, but there was way less 9K moments and no 12K top shot debuts. So the like EV of the packs have been pretty similar,
Hmm.
but it's just like a difference of like it's propped up by those really high end moments that less people are going to get.
Yeah,
Whereas these like 9K moments, like 6,000 of them get released. So like everyone who hits one of those is getting a pack that's at least neutral. So it's like there's less upside, but
right.
it's safer. So I just think that's why it's like worth the risk from that standpoint.
Right. There's more paths to success or plus
Mhm.
EV, neutral EV, right? Than in the future, in the previous ones. For previous ones, I can't, so many of those ended up being tickets, but they were still whatever. I still enjoyed the shot. Alex is saying the Blake Top Shot debut is way up in the past 24 hours and then screamed why. I mean, I just imagine that has to do with the KD injury. So he's going to get a little bit more run and a little bit more usage, but I don't know. Blake looks like me out there right now, so I can't. I wouldn't feel too good about stacking Blakes.
Well,
um,
it's probably too everyone once they put Top Shot debuts in one of those challenges, like
that's true.
everyone thinks that every time we get multiple levels, they're going to go right back to Top Shot debut.
That's true. When is the next Top Shot debut challenge, and are the Spurs playing during that day? That's what I'm waiting
That's what
for.
you need, huh?
And then I'm retiring. I'm shutting down the show, and I'm moving to an island that I'm gonna buy on Dejounte Murray.
Well, now
Dejounte
everyone's
Murray.
rooting against you, man.
It is true. I can feel the tide turning. I think I was like a man of the people. I was the judge. I was the man of the people for a while, and then I bought too many Dejounte Murrays, and people are out on me now. People are out.
Well, actually, a lot of them must have followed you in that, so maybe they're actually hoping for
That's true
retirement
too.
as well.
That's true too. My lemmings. You know what we got to talk about too. I'm excited about this conversation mainly because neither you or I knew this was going to happen. So this is zero prep, and we're just slinging it right now. How prepared do you think you are for this Hall of Fame basketball game?
Oh, geez. I don't know. Like, I thought, like, I was like, before the Christmas break, like, we were supposed to do like a staff versus students game and stuff. I was like, good.
Oh,
This will like give me a good run or whatever. That got
yeah.
canceled because of COVID. Like, I'm honestly like, will I be able to get across the border at this point?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my God.
like,
Yeah. Yeah.
like, let alone am I physically like capable of running up the court more than 3 times? That's another question. But like,
Yeah.
I wonder if I'll even make it to it, to be honest, in this
I
current
know.
situation. But like, I was talking to Clee Gaines the other day. We were DMing back and forth, and I said, should we start a petition to make this thing a half court game instead of full
Oh
court?
no! Yeah, see, but I vehemently disagree with this, and not because I'm in shape. I actually think it is more taxing on the body playing half than it is full. Because
Oh,
when you play full court, you get like soccer vibes 5 minutes in, where people are like, "Okay, I'm going to use this saunter to get some juice back." In half court, assholes are running like back screens and picks, and it's just like a lot of zigging and zagging. Absolutely not. 3-on-3 is a nightmare. I think we need slow, like I think only like 2 fast breaks allowed a quarter. I think that we implement a rule like that.
you must walk the ball up.
Yes, you must walk the ball up. Every time you bring the ball up, you have to do one of those big rondo dribbles where, at the beginning of the game. Yeah, I'm way out on it. Honestly, if it's half court, I'm not going. All right. Pack trip, if you're listening, I'm not going on half court.
That's an interesting take. I don't know. I guess because whenever I play full court, maybe I switch to soccer mode earlier
Yeah.
than everyone else. So like
Okay.
I like lose out on that. And like I'm like, man, why are these guys sprinting up and down? Like,
Yeah. I swear to God, though, if somebody starts picking up people full court, that will turn into a fight. Like, I'll tell you that right now. If anybody does that, if anyone's like, "Oh, let's get him full court," I will fists will be thrown.
So
That's not.
who's going to be the person that suggests that, and who's going to be the person that does it without even suggesting it? Like someone's going to suggest it to the whole team. Like let's press here.
I think. Man. Honestly, if anybody was to do it, it probably would be me. Like if we're down 5, like it's probably me. If we're being honest, I am trying to think of who else is on that list. I could see Veerman. I could see Veerman getting out there being like, "Hey, let's pick him up at the foul line. They'll never see it coming."
Well, I think MBL said that he was going to pick you up, right, or chase you around. So maybe, I don't know. Like
MBL is going to need an inhaler, okay? If he's trying to run around with me, I'm just saying that right now. MBL, I hope skip the next couple of club top shots, MBL, because you're going to need to get into incredible shapes. Because not that I'm in incredible shape, but if MBL's, I'm going to be running around. And here we go. Derek is right. If we're being, that is my move. We're going to start sealing some inbound passes. Full court press right out the gate. I swear to God, I really would leave if that happened. I'd be like, pack trip, this is fine. Someone else can win the moments. I'm going home.
Just sub,
yes.
Just get me out of here.
I got a question though about so you had a staff student game. Have you played in a staff student game before?
Yeah, almost every year that I've been teaching, there's been one.
What? Because I've always wondered this because I've only played it. I think I've played a volleyball game when I worked at the college. But what is your approach? Because you were high school students?
Yeah.
Okay. So these, almost adults, what is your approach out there? Are you trying to hurt people's like psyche? Do you have to lose? Do you have to win?
You have to win.
Okay, so it's rigged for the teachers, right?
No, it's not rigged.
Okay.
But you have to, like I tell all the, because what happens often is like a teacher that hasn't done it before, it's their first one. They're like, oh, so like, what are we doing here? Like, are we like, letting them win? But I was like, no. You do whatever you can to make sure like that you don't. The only time I've lost one was last year. And
wow.
We lost by 1 and I fractured my ankle halfway through.
What?
Yeah. So I was on like crutches last year. And some people saw it in my videos and stuff. And it was because I was playing in a staff versus student game. And
did you land on someone's foot?
I was driving the basket and I stepped on someone's foot.
Yeah.
And like I got bad ankles. I wear I won't play basketball without double ankle braces. And I felt it through the ankle brace. And I was like,
my God,
this is bad. I was like, I knew instantly this wasn't going to be a good one. I thought it was maybe like a high ankle sprain.
No.
Got an x-ray, like chipped part of my ankle. So that was the only one I lost. So
that's one of those things too, where it really puts stuff in perspective where you're like, why did I do this? None of this matters. I'm playing against children and now I'm on crutches for 6 weeks. Like that's always my biggest concern. I remember I busted up my shoulder last year pretty bad and it like sidelined me from doing any, I mean, like still to this day, I can't like lift the way that I used to, but it was dunking on a 4-year-old in like a kid's gym on like a little hoop where I just like came up and just tomahawked it on him. And it was hilarious, but I'm like, I have to explain this to people now. It's like, oh, sorry, I can't help you with your groceries. I was dunking on a 4-year-old. So there you go.
But question, do you know if there's refs for this All-Star game?
Yeah, apparently. Yeah. Pack Trip has been like, he's doing the Top Shot breadcrumbs for us where it sounds like they're refs that we might know. There's also coaches, I think.
Whoa, where do you like, how did I miss this?
I think he dropped that info. He came on the morning marketplace a couple, I don't even know how long ago it was. But he said that there's going to be refs, there's coaches. So I don't know. This is going to be intense. I think this is going to be intense. And I feel pressure. I feel a little bit of pressure. Although I've played basketball with Overzet before and we're on the same team. So I'm excited to have the chemistry. You know what I mean?
Is he good?
Overzet is a freak athlete. So yeah. He's a pretty good basketball player, but he's actually, you want to talk about someone who's going to pick people up full court, it's probably Overzet. Overzet, this was before I moved to New York. We were on like a rec league team together in the city in Boston, and I like multiple times got technicals in like rec league, and it was just so funny. It's like offensive rebounds, like screaming for pick and rolls and stuff. So it'll be a good time.
How did he make the teams? Did he just like randomly shuffle? Like, are we
He
gonna end
must
up
have.
like?
He must have. I don't. Who's on your team? We're not on the same team, right?
No, we're against each other.
Who's on? You have Cleganes?
I got Cleganes. I got MBL. I got who else? I got the Judge.
There you go.
Who else? And it's funny because like most of the people that I have closer relationships to are on your team. It's like I looked at it, it's like I was like, okay, like everyone I know is on the other team. So I'm just like, all right, like I'm gonna be, not that I've met anyone in person before, which I think is gonna be the coolest thing, is just like meeting all these people in person that we've spent this much time interacting with each other.
No, for sure. This is gonna be a lot of fun. I mean, it's the same way. This is how I felt when we went to Summer League this past year, where it was just like great to meet people in real life. So I'm excited to do that. I think it's gonna be fun. I know we're going to like an amateur hockey game. That's like the one thing. Like this might be like, that might be a time where I go shower and get myself ready for the evening. But I am really excited. I am excited. I'm hoping that everything, it seemed like being in New York where I feel like when like the COVID stuff gets crazy, it gets crazy here first and then spreads everywhere else. So I'm hopeful that because it's calming down here right now, that it's going to start calming down everywhere else, and you'll be able to get back and forth across the border easily. Because we get a couple Canadians, right?
Yeah, Veerman as well.
Yeah.
Who else? Don't know. I don't have the whole list memorized.
Yeah.
Also, okay. Like there's a couple of the summer non-content creators as well that are in. So who knows where they're from as well.
That's
don't
true.
Know them as well, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think the basketball might be like extremely comical. But like,
well, this is what I was saying to Pack Drip. Do not live stream this. Like, I know.
Isn't he planning on it?
Yeah, and like he's got people commentating on it and stuff. Like,
no way.
This is what people don't realize. Like, nobody likes to watch a bad pickup basketball. Like, no one goes to the YMCA and is like, "Oh, let me just check out this 40 and over league." Like, nobody wants to watch that. What you got to do is hire a couple people, some videographers, go in there, cut some stuff up, put together a little 4-minute video, and then get it out there. Same thing with the 3-point, whatever, all that stuff. I think if you do a full game like that, it is just gonna listen. NBL and Levitan did this like tennis bet where they live streamed a tennis match. Kill me. Like, no one wants to watch that. No one, and no disrespect to either of those guys. No one gives a shit about that. Just cut it up into 4 or 5 minutes, and then it'll be very good. At least that's my take.
Yeah, the viewers will like peak in the first 5 minutes, and it will be all downhill from there.
Exactly.
So will the game, based on our fitness levels as well, I might say.
Yeah. It's gonna be rough. Yeah, exactly. CKM channel. This is the right energy. Start a petition. Love you guys, but no way I watch live. You're absolutely right. All right. I feel like we have now successfully not talked about Top Shot for 10 minutes. Steven asked the question, and we don't have to answer this directly. He says, "Is there any truth to the rumbles that there could be an airdrop to All-Star Game full set?" I mean, nobody knows, right? Nobody knows. But I think my bigger, or maybe you do know, but maybe my bigger question, and we've like touched upon this a little bit in other morning marketplace shows, is like, how are you collecting and attacking the marketplace right now? Because like clearly everyone has that same thought that Steven has, like, "Oh, I gotta finish sets because sets means airdrops means millions." But like, how are you kind of attacking it right now?
I have 0 sets complete.
Yes, this is the energy I was looking for this morning.
I'm pretty out. I'm not out on set completion. I think we're just like all obsessed with it now. And when everyone's doing the same thing, then there's no value in that. Mm-hmm. Anyone who completed sets like way back, I'm not telling you break your sets. Like if like you got great increase on those, and they're not going to go down as much, but like buying into, for example, if you're like doing Hustle and Show 2 right now, what is it? Like, I don't know, the 2 rewards are like between $250 and $350 each. So you're saying like the whole set's like $700-$800 maybe to get 3 $14 packs.
Yeah.
That's
not good.
EV was maybe like around $20 on those packs. Like, if you're doing things from scratch just for those, and I think what it is that like, look, airdrops are great, and Top Shot added these in, so it's just the newest like shiny like way to collect and like to benefit. I just like I never was that into sets to begin with, so I'm not gonna like follow here. I think they're like if you're looking at sets to complete, like I had like the wondering like I have pondered finishing the WNBA one
Mhm.
because I think they're gonna do flash challenges when like at least in
Absolutely.
the summer off season, so that gives you like a lot of players access. It's actually like a decent collector score boost for like the cost of it.
Mhm.
It's just that damn Asia Wilson moment that is like holding me back
It was
from
really
just
expensive.
diving in.
I know.
So that one, like again, you might get some airdrops with it, but like again, I would be doing that more for the like flash challenge potential than I
Yeah.
would be for actually airdrops. I think that like we might see the exact same shift once like they announce some stuff for team collecting.
Mhm.
So like you might as well get ahead of that if you're wanting to. And that's like how I collected anyways. It was funny, like, you know, I'm a huge Raptors fan, like always was that, but I didn't like when I first got on Top Shot, I was like, okay, like yeah, like collecting Raptors is what I want. If I got one in a pack, I would never sell it. But I didn't actively do it until the collector score bonuses.
Yeah.
And then it kind of like all clicked for me. I was like, this is what I want in my collection anyways.
Right.
Now I'm also being like rewarded for like stacking Raptors and all that. So I've been just trying to climb that leaderboard and just
Mhm.
like stacking series two, getting that bonus. But like in general, the sets thing kind of out on that.
Yeah. And
But like rare sets, I think like if like obviously like I don't have the bankroll to do it, and most people don't, but like those ones and getting airdrops from those are
right.
much more worth it because you might not hit the packs, or if you do hit the packs, like you can only get two or whatever, like you can only get one of those like
Mhm.
rare packs versus these common packs, like you're able to buy multiple, you're able to get in the queue. When you hit big on those, you're not hitting as big. So
Yeah.
you know, if there's high rollers in here, then I'd be more looking at doing that than a bunch of common ones.
Yeah, and I think you gotta like you can't look ahead like 3 weeks. You have to look ahead like 6 months, right? And that's why I thought the WNBA talk is good because one, that's like a huge collector score boost too, right? Because of the adjustment they made over the summer.
Mm-hmm.
But you're right, like no one's talking about the WNBA right now, outside of like coach hirings. But you know, when the WNBA starts, you're right. They're gonna do flash challenges. There's gonna be utility for a lot of these. So I totally agree with that. Um, Stan says if you aren't collecting sets or team sets, you're playing the game wrong. I think like I again, we're not saying don't collect sets, and we were saying collect team sets. I just think like if you were doing like the All-Star game question, everyone knows the All-Star game is a couple weeks from now. So those moments are bumping for a lot of the reason for those reasons. And I just don't think collecting that right now. Like if you were to be like, hey, I think I'm going to try to complete the playoff set, that makes a little bit more sense to me, even though that's so many damn moments. That makes a little bit more sense to me because it's a few months away and not everyone's like, we need to collect the playoff set. But I think when everyone is talking about the same thing, now's not the time to do it, in my opinion. So I like that idea. Like if you're like, I'm just going to focus on my team set right now and pump that until people stop talking about hustle and show. Well, they'll never stop talking about hustle and show. But
Never.
like but even like fresh threads, I feel like fresh threads is quieted down a little bit. Outside of the two big rewards, I feel like there's opportunity there. But I
Okay,
just,
for fresh threads, do you think they are going to airdrop fresh thread packs to like half set completers? Because like you can
yeah,
be like, do you think we're going to see that? Like, or do you see that for like Hustle and Show drop two? Are we going to see like if you have all of series three Hustle and Show so far, are you going to get an airdrop?
I
You
don't
think
think
or no?
so. I think they could for hustle and show. I bet you they airdrop to the people who completed series two of it. I don't think they'll do it for series three. I would be surprised for fresh threads. I don't know. The only reason I can see them doing it for fresh threads is because if they don't, everyone's gonna lose their freaking mind, right? You're gonna be like, I thought you were wood collectors. This is why I got the set. So
But it's not done yet. Like that's like I don't think they should because it's
yeah,
not done yet. Like that's in the same way that
it's
they
not a
shouldn't
set.
do Hustle and Show series three yet. Like I also don't think like if it's an open set, I don't think you should have that little check mark on
I agree.
your
Look at this.
collector page or whatever.
I love this. Dumbo, are you listening, dude? Fix this.
we we want more pissed off people.
Yeah,
Okay, everyone's
yeah.
too happy.
I joked about this when I was on the first Mints thing, though, and I was like, sorry guys, I thought I was lost. Everyone seemed pretty positive here today. What's going on? We need to get back to our roots of furiousness." Um,
But honestly, on that point, like I think people might need a little caution here. Like I always try to say, like don't get too high, don't get too low. Like things are good right now, and people are going after these flash challenges and stuff like that, and spending bank. Like I don't know. Sometimes you just got to take a breath, and
Yeah.
before we're diving into everything, because there's some pretty expensive pumps here that people are buying into, and
Yeah. I think this is a good opportunity. I mean, we said this last week. I think I forget what show it is, but this is a good reminder of like of not doing flash challenges. It feels it's like a good thing for our brain to be like, okay, they're doing so many of these. I don't have to do them all. It's okay to sit a few of these out because you can't buy like I truly haven't bought a thing for a flash challenge in a while. And like I'm definitely not buying stuff for packs, but for like I love Evan Mobley and I saw what was happening in that challenge. I'm like, I can't like this doesn't make sense. This is a bad I can just buy this later. And we saw with Clay Thompson too, like that Clay Thompson reward. Like I had a friend who was like, hey, I need to get like 3 rares. Should I go do it? And I was like, I mean, if you want to play the serial lottery, maybe, but I think you could probably get this for under $300, which would be cheaper than the rares anyways, you know?
yeah, like I'm kind of out on what are they, the MSFE or whatever they're called. I don't know. The
Yeah. It sounds like a
brutal.
band, doesn't it? MSFE. Every time I see that, I think it's a band.
But I think those moments are going to age poorly because there's going to be so many of them, and
Yeah.
okay, maybe an exception is Steph,
Yeah. The
but
Steph one, I think, is going to.
even that, I'm lower on it than most people.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah,
Breaking
yeah.
news. TST hates Steph because he's not from Canada.
Well, I love Steph, man. His dad was playing. He was going to school in Canada. But no, like I worry how much of this is like the shiny object thing, and
Yeah.
like it is a historic thing, so it has a chance. Like that LaMelo one,
Yeah.
why is that like up in MGLE price range? Like I understand it's a low mint count, that Giannis too, but like when they have a bunch of moments, like LaMelo's career it's his second year. Like think of how many moments he's gonna have.
Right.
So like I'm not saying go sell right now, but I'm just saying that like I don't know if I'm buying into those like right now and thinking that I'm holding them for forever. I would think again with those. And like a lot of people are thinking like, oh, they're going to use these specific ones and flash challenges. And if that's what you're holding for and you're banking on that speculation, okay. But then like you're planning on selling at that point. You're not holding these forever. But I'm just like a little worried about these. And you saw like the Christmas Day ones, they're worth like nothing, right? And like, what's the mint count of those ones? Like thinking of the Jalen that's coming, right?
So yeah, right, because the Jalen's going to be what, like 18K. So we saw Obi Toppin is just about 18K. Claxton is 13K, and then the Giannis one is 354. Right, like you can talk me into the Steph, LaMelo, Giannis, even Mobley. Like cool, Clay. I like it as a moment, but I like these as moments because I like these players, right? Not because I'm like, I need to collect the metallic silver fandom edition, whatever. Because people are like, they're gonna do a sick challenge or like
master challenge,
everybody that has one of these
challenge for Kobe and Michael Jordan. One moment.
It's
a slash. It's a slash name. It's the first moment that actually belongs to 2 players. You need them for both the Lakers and the Chicago full set.
But yeah, I'm a little out on the whole like collect them all thing. I will say though, like I'm not, and I don't want people to misunderstand this. I'm not out on the flash challenges. I think the flash challenges are
absolutely
dope.
not.
And I think they're a lot of fun. And I think this is a great opportunity to, if you have the moments, it's like, hell yeah, go get it. Or if you're missing one thing, I totally get it. And I also think it's a great opportunity for people to move off stuff when it pumps and then like buy it back or go do whatever. Like I think all of it is in general, like really, really good. I love that.
Yeah, especially the ones that involve rare moments, right? Like most people still won't be able to complete them. But like if I have that one rare moment that I got in a pack or something that's like low liquid moment, now boom, it's in this. I can like get off it for a couple extra dollars even. Like, and I think for those it's more to do with liquidity than anything. Because to get your value out of those moments, it takes a lot more time and patience. What's the what are we looking at for the Jalen? What's the completion rate for that?
I think they're let's see. Also, I want to share Stan's comment too, because the players and the plays. I agree with this. Like, I think the players themselves and the specific plays they're picking, like that Giannis Christmas block is sick. The Steph 3, obviously, I was really excited about. I'm just more of saying, like, I'm not going out of my way to collect every single one of those, is what I mean. I think, like,
Mhm.
getting them if you have them is great. Like, especially,
Yeah.
yeah. So we're at 10K right now, 6 hours ago, and it's $93. So this number goes up, right?
Yeah, and so that'll land somewhere in between probably like the Claxton and the Obi, right?
Right. Yeah, I think
And
so.
Jalen's a little more popular player, so I don't know.
Mhm.
Like if we're just looking at like the Healed, right? Like the Healed is 30 something
Yep.
dollars. That
Yeah,
moment, that
38.
Jalen is probably going to be less than $30, right? Or around $30 maybe.
Yeah,
Am I
I don't
seeing
know.
that?
I could see it being a little bit higher. I could see it being like, but that's probably right. Like, it probably should be in the 30. Let's go back to the sets for a second because I want to see, because what's Claxton going for? It's like 18 or something.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
Obi's around 10,
yeah,
10 and
16. Yeah.
16. Yeah.
So yeah, you're probably right. It's probably like in the 30 range if there's that many of them.
So I don't know. Like I have a buddy Healed. Like I think I'm only missing like Vucevic, and like I'm considering selling Healed, and I'm considering selling my Garland
And then
because
you can just buy this.
Garland's up at like $14, and he's getting a 60K tomorrow. So
Right.
like his flash challenge utility for that moment is pretty much gone after that point.
Right. And then you could just use that profit anyways to go get it. Like, you could,
Yeah,
if you wanted that Jalen Brown, you just buy it with that, and it's just a free Jalen Brown without having to get a Vooch.
but look, I've done Obi Toppin. I did Nicholas Claxton.
Mhm.
I did Clay Thompson. Did I do any of the others? No, I've done others for packs and stuff. Like I'm not out completely on these. I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like I worried where these price points are settling, and at the end of the season, like how long have we been doing these flash challenges? Like
Oh,
a
man.
month and a half, and
Yeah,
we already have I don't know
a bunch.
10, 10 of these moments, and that at the start we were doing one a week, and now we're up to like almost one a day, multiple a day.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. Again, I think, like, I'm less of like I need to do all of these, but like this when they said what the Steph was, I was like, hell yeah, this is awesome. Like, I'm gonna get a Steph that's under. I actually thought it was gonna be under 600, but 618 of them. Um, of like a pretty iconic moment. Like, I'm very happy to have that. And like, that's not even one I'd even consider flipping. But when it, like the LaMelo one, I was like, wow, that'd be, if I had those pieces, I'd be so jacked for it. Right. But I wasn't going to go crazy for it because it just, yeah, I don't understand where it, like, long term, like, I don't know which LaMelo you want more. Like, when you compare that to a rare, like his MGLE, or let's actually look at all the LaMelo moments quickly.
Yeah, that'd
Let's
be a
do that.
nice thing, especially he's at like a 255. So even comparing that to his like series two, well, it's rookie though too. That's the problem with LaMelo right now too. Is
I know.
comparing them.
Let's do high to low. So, right, it goes, he's hollow out of 100, and then the cool cats when that has the utility, and then that's the third. So it's like 50. So there's half of them. There's half between the fandom and the MGLE. But I don't know, like, if you could only have one of these, like, which, and I'd love for the chat to weigh on this too, right? So like, if you're telling me I could flip this to buy his MGLE and have like 1,500 or whatever that is, 2K.
Like
I mean,
that's a no brainer to me.
yeah, like, you'd rather have
Like
the MGLE, right?
yeah,
I mean, that is a
but it's
sick bet.
interesting because like from a market cap standpoint, it's pretty close, right, to accurate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like because it's about half the min count and it's close to half the price. So it's interesting that, but like that's a rookie too. Like
Yeah.
and like that's a sick moment too. It's like a full court under like that's a very classic LaMelo ball play too.
Right.
Like
Right.
full court underhand, Pete
And it's
Maravich esque.
right. And every time we have another, like, we saw, will bet lots of money right now that the play we saw this weekend of him going through the legs in midair and then leaving it up for the alley oop is going to be a hollow, right? So,
You
like,
think
if I had to,
hollow for that?
yeah, yeah, because the hollows are the best plays of the year, right?
Yeah.
I
Like
man, if they're first, like, to me, the two hollow rewards would be that jaw block and that LaMelo alley-oop. Those, I mean, maybe that's recency bias. Those both happened in the last 2 weeks, but I couldn't believe I watched that LaMelo play like 15 times. Just the audacity to do that is insane. Like in a game to be like, hold on, real quick. In a close game. That was a close game too. It wasn't a blowout. It was crazy. But yeah, no one's really weighed in on the question about the MGLE and the fandom, because I think I lean the MGLE too. But then again, I don't know.
It's a rookie moment too. I don't know. Like, won't that have more appeal eventually on this platform?
I would think so. I would think so.
Wait, and again, like I think that and I don't like, and I'm not saying this like moment is going to tank crazy, but I'm just thinking like, I guarantee you that gap narrows, like between those two moments. Maybe they both go up, but I think that rookie moment would go up more long term.
I think that's the best way to put it. I don't see, like, if you own the metallic silver, I'm not saying you got to sell it. I think that will continue to have value. I think all of those will continue to have value just because of the scarcity on all of those, right? But I do think me personally, I'd lean towards the MGLE. Wait, people are out on that assist now? You're out on the through the legs? We're out on that play? I think I saw another comment too. Where was it? Fenny said something crazy. Okay, that pop is trash. It's not hard to do. Fenny. Oh my God. Superluminal. What is the challenge reward utility? There is none. There is none. Relax. No, don't say that until they say that. There's been no rumors of that even being true.
They once used it as equivalent to a rare, right?
Yeah, I think so. Like on moment ranks, I think it counts as a rare if you're playing the moment ranks fantasy.
Yeah, for those 2 extra points when the boost hits.
Do you know what's so fun, man?
Hit all your commons and you don't need to worry about those.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. Thank you. Wait, Top Shot is artificially inflating. I'll be honest, I didn't mean to share this comment at first. I meant to share something else, but we live and we learn. Because they're including those in the same category as rare and legendary.
But they are and they aren't, right? Like,
yeah,
their collector score is still crap on these.
Right. And wait, can you use those in like a flash challenge as a rare?
They did it once.
Oh.
They did it once. They said, and it was either, I think it was rare or fandom tier or something.
Wow.
I forget which one it was. It was one of the tiered ones, maybe the last tiered one we had or the one before.
Yeah.
But I don't think it even came into play based on the players. So.
Yeah. Also, this is a good question by Terrence. Is there a limit on how many moments a player can
get? There is from the roadmap, because it was.
Oh, they talked about the MSFE ones.
No, they talked about fandom tier.
Oh, okay.
But I don't. It was like 1 or 2, but like basically they don't count towards their like common or total. Like they had given like a cap on all the players, and then it was also fandom tier. They were allowed 1 or 2. I think it might have been 2. Okay. But don't quote me on the number, but there is a cap.
Quote them, dudes. Quote them.
Yeah. But like, if you're going to quote me, make it like more outrageous, please.
Yeah.
Like they've already blown past it. Like they said that we'd all get none if they were going to have a common as well. And
Top Shot Talk comes on the morning marketplace. Hate Steph Curry, Fuds Top Shot, metallic silver fandom.
Sell everything. And don't do any flash challenges.
Should be renamed as crap category.
But my take on the flash challenge is I'm actually a little more inclined to do the pack ones.
Interesting.
But
how come? Talk to me.
So like I'm never buying one that involves like a bottleneck.
Yeah.
But like I'm more inclined to like finish, like if we're talking like an easy, like every player, like even the way it is right now with the Buddy Healed situation. I have Buddy Healed right now, and I don't know if I'm going to do it because it's a moment. If that was a Series 2 base pack, I'd actually do it. And just because I am holding any of those Series 2 base packs that I get. And it's in part for content, though, not from collecting. So, like, if you're not making content, then so, like, I don't know, in a year from now, when I'm on a stream, I can open up a Series 2 and give those away versus, our Series 4 base pack. But like those rare ones, when they throw out like a rare one, I'm like super interested in those versus like a player's moment that might be minted to 1,000 or so, like we've seen some of the completions. So
it's
I
like
weird.
that.
it's weird with that, but like I'm never paying for like a 4K rookie bottleneck to get a Series 2 base pack. Like that's insane.
No. You can't.
But
You can't do
also, like flash challenges are just going to get easier and easier as we go. Like from a like if they don't change the requirements crazy for these easy ones, and I don't see them, like it once we get more 60K moments, like every pack drop, we have less bottlenecks, right?
Yeah, I think that, and that's why like I applaud them for the tiered challenges because I think that's the way to go because it's fun having an easy flash challenge that people can complete. People are excited about it. They're excited to make $4 off a moment. They're excited to win something or get something for like rewarded for collecting. I think it's dope that they're doing that. I wonder what ends up happening when they run out of base set Series 2 packs. Like, do they just
they said Series 3, baby?
Is that what they said? Okay.
No, but that's what they'll do, right?
Yeah,
like,
I think so.
And like they run out of those, they start doing that, but every moment required is only a 60K.
Yeah.
Then it's like more worth it again because
dude, I'm ready for tickets. Start doing flash challenges for tickets. Like
4 tickets.
Yeah. Like you complete this, you get 15 tickets or whatever. It's gonna be more than 15 probably. But like as we get closer and closer to being out of Series 1 reserve packs, because we've done 2 so far, right?
Dude,
so
one's gotta be coming soon.
Yeah, I would think so, right? If they're doing one every month. So I would imagine, like, I don't know. I think that'd be kind of fun, especially if someone's
Dapper balance. Dapper balance.
Yeah, hell yeah. I love the Dapper balance too. I like both of those. But yeah, I like that they're instituting the tiered ones because I think it's fun to, I don't know. I get really excited when they announce the hard ones, and then like for 3 minutes, I'm like, okay, I can't do it. But but I am excited at.
But it's like, do I own that one rare in my collection that like now is pumping? Like, I sold a Gary Trent Jr. for $750 that I bought for like $100, and he didn't even end up in the challenge.
I know, right? That's the other crazy thing. Like when we're looking at Kuminga, people go crazy. I mean, I've done it. I can't tell you how many times I've bought rare moments like at 9 a.m. being like, today's the day. Every time I make a good flip, I'm an idiot with my Dapper. I'm so bad. I'm like good.
It's so bad having Dapper, man.
Oh.
I just go wild. And it's
I know.
Like,
I'm so good at long term.
Never like terrible, but like it's just like I look at what I did and I'm just like, I wouldn't have done that. Like,
yeah. It's like, how many freaking times am I going to buy a Domantas Sabonis MGLE Series 2 assist? Like, I've done it like 5 times. Like, what am I doing? And I make like $8 every time. Such an idiot. Like, so stupid. But I did. I flipped like a Ballers and had like 1,500 in it. I'm like, oh, I'm going to sit on this. I'll be ready for pack drops. I'll be ready for the next time Top Shot dips a little bit. And then I bought like 9 rares that morning because our Discord was like, it's going to be the throwdowns. And then it was Top Shot debuts and I was furious. So,
but like, with these like easy flash challenges, I think a huge thing is going to be when we get the Rising Stars drop, right? Like that's going to be a common drop. And it's just going to be like all those rookies, like all the popular rookies, you're done. Like those 4Ks are no longer flash challenge utility. And it's like,
I think you're going to stop 300xing on moments during the challenge. And then you'll still it'll still pump a little bit. It'll just be like way more reasonable.
Yeah.
So if I'm not financial advice again, but if I'm sitting on 4Ks that aren't Mobley, Wagner, who else? Mobley, Wagner,
Barnes.
Obviously, who?
Barnes,
Cade, Jalen when it comes out. I'm definitely open to like moving off those and buying them back because I think those will all come down. I mean, we saw it happen with Desmond Bane, but even Desmond Bane, I wouldn't be thrilled about flipping because I think he's great.
Yeah. But, it's just like they're artificially inflated, but like it doesn't mean that they're going to be, this is their all-time high. It just means that there's going to be an opportunity somewhere.
Yeah. No, I agree. Also, yeah, I know everyone's like, don't blame the Discord. I blamed myself. I did blame myself. In rock and roll, I only have one impression. I have one voice. So that's it. Giddy. Yeah, I'd keep Giddy too. Lots of people talking about Rising Stars. Maybe we'll end there with some Rising Stars talk. That is a really expensive set to complete for common packs. But here's my little take. If whatever all-star rare set thing that they do this year, do you think Rising Star set holders will be included in that drop?
Yeah, I could see them rewarding those. Like I could also see like Seen Stars being rewarded, like the Rising Stars common packs being rewarded by Seen Stars.
I like that.
Also, I was going to tweet this out sometime this week, but F it, I'll share it here instead.
Yeah, no, hey, once this is said, no one tweet it out. Play it cool when he tweets it out in like a couple hours, okay?
Like I think that so All-Star Game pumped a while back, like way back when it might have been Pac tweeted something out like, oh, like the in real life activation is for sure going to require that, right? Like they're going to, and Top Shot's going big for All-Star. They told us during the AMA. I think the reason that you'd want to buy the All-Star set, the Scene Star set, the Rising Star set is because they're going to do flash challenges. They're going to do flash challenges with those three.
Wow.
For the All-Star game, for the Rising Stars game. I think, people have been talking about slam dunk contests and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't that moment actually make sense in an MSFE?
Ooh.
So you do a flash challenge with those that, maybe like you do one for slam dunk is the hard, 3-point is the medium, whatever that small versus big is the easy. You use some wild card moments for Scene Stars, Rising Stars, All Stars.
That's pretty good.
And what I actually think will happen for the All-Star game, the hard challenge is going to be the first time ever that they do your reward is a pack that hasn't come yet.
Ooh.
So when they drop the All-Star game, you get it if you complete the hard.
Wow.
But like that's where I think the utility is going to be in those sets, not necessarily airdrops. So
I like that.
Then you can go on a crazy tangent of speculating, which I'm sure your Discord will if they like this idea. Is like, okay, you want the All-Star moments, the Scene Star moments of players that are going to make the All-Star again this year.
Right.
Then it's going to be more likely. You can scrape the bottom if you think it's just going to be wild cards. You can get play crazy and just, go after the ones that have less plays and everything. But that's where I think those sets are going to have more utility, because even if they do say they use complete sets for All-Star, gives you a better chance of getting the in real life activation. Like 8 people win that, so like,
I know that's
spending like at that point you could maybe just like buy a plane ticket and tickets to the game and go without having to spend for the moments.
Right. Oh, I love that, man. Those are good takes. Even if those don't happen, that's like really fun speculation, and that makes sense. That's like a more
and that's an important thing to maybe note here. Is like, I think this is all going to happen. I own maybe like 3 or 4 Scene Stars. I own 1 Rising Star because I think I bought DeAndre Hunter like back in like a peak time because I was really high on DeAndre Hunter and didn't realize Top Shot was sliding. And then I own 0 All-Stars because I think I don't like those moments.
I'm with you, man.
It's an All-Star game.
I'm with you. I feel like I'm taking an L on this, but I was more intrigued by the Rising Stars than I was about the All-Stars or the Scene Stars. And I just was like, I don't really care about these. I'd rather have like the debuts of the guys that made the All-Star team. That to me, like I'd rather have their first moment on the site as like a multi-time All-Star than like that 1 year where they played in the All-Star game. But I do think like if you have the set now, like the All-Star game set makes way more sense to me. Like if you have because it's a rare, because it's the set's continuing, it's just expensive now. It's appropriately priced because of all of it, right? But if I was buying those, it's because of what I'm hoping the utility is going to be, not because I'm like, hell yeah, I got Dame's 3-pointer from that All-Star game.
Which is like a dangerous way to collect.
Yeah.
It's like I am expecting things.
I'm expecting
not because I actually like this, or I've been told what it is.
Unless you're ready to go full Mets on Twitter like that, like then if that's what you're hoping for, then yes,
maybe that's what you want. Maybe you just want a reason to go after them.
Like, I just want to get mad. I just want to get mad, baby. That's good. I feel like I've gone 7 or 8 shows without calling out that, so it felt good to get back to my roots. Nothing but love, Mets. Nothing but love. I don't know. Top Shot Talk, man. Dude, thanks to Canada for having a snow day, but thanks for coming on. This was a blast. This was the first time outside of the holiday party I think we've been on a stream together.
Yeah, right? It is.
Yeah, we'll have to do this again. We'll have to do man. Home and aways. I'll have to come hang out with you sometime.
Yeah,
now that I'm inviting myself over.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Anything to plug or pump outside of this tweet that you're gonna throw out this week?
I guess I should throw it out today.
That's right.
I don't know. No, not really. Just videos coming every now and then whenever I got time to put them out. To have a we'll have a stream eventually, probably maybe next Monday if John Boy's feeling better.
Yeah.
Happy to hear that he's back home. So, but yeah, no, just maybe I'll have to look up some workout videos or something so I can get up and down this court more than 3 times.
We need to get in shape. Hold on, I want to share if it's cool with you, your TST BB Discord. Is that cool?
Yeah, for sure.
I'll drop this Discord in the link. If you guys aren't in over there, go check it out. Although I imagine most of you who are here for me have already been there for TST and BB. So, but yeah, go check it out. And we'll be back tonight. We get the 89 Cavs tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, and then just too much content throughout the rest of the week. So we'll see you all soon. We hope you have a good Martin Luther King Day. We out of here. Thanks again, man.
Thanks for having me.